welcome, or welcome back if you've been here before. I appreciate you guys so much for joining me for this. I am making these authentic yoga videos for busy moms, specifically Christian busy moms that need to take a moment to clear their mind, take a deep breath, and just chillax as you go out into your day. So, again, thank you for being here. We're going to say a quick prayer and then we'll jump right in. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for all of the wonderful things that you give us, for the community, for the friends, for the roofs over our heads and the food in our bellies. I'm sorry that we do not always acknowledge the little things and sometimes tend to focus on the negative or the things that we don't have. So thank you so much for everything that we do have. Let us all be a little bit more aware of all of those little things. I thank you for the ability to be able to have a community like this with people, whether they be near or far. I ask that you be with us as we move our bodies and as we take some deep breaths to try to calm our mom brains that are full of hundreds of thoughts at the same time. Let us know that we are not alone, and that most of us feel like that. And most of all, I just ask that you use this to be a light to someone, to let someone know that people care and that there are people out there that love them. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and start in a seated position today. I'm sorry, actually I'm going to turn it aside. I'm going to go ahead. Somebody asked me if I used a block. You know, I don't know where my blocks went. My cat chews on them or tries to eat them. So I hid them. Oh, I know where they're in the closet. So it's just, you know, you sit down and you're like, oh, I forgot something, and you have to get it, and it's like, old trusty book is right here. So I challenge you to try sitting up on something. I'm telling you, there are so many people that don't take advantage of the modifications in yoga because they want to do it right or do it in the magazine pose sort of way. I fought this for the longest time, and I don't know why. One day I was like, you know what? I am going to sit up on a pillow. And I was like, holy moly. The space that it creates right here in your hips flexors is insane. Like the drop that you can get down instead of being up. Okay. So, take a deep breath, calm down. Do you feel rushed? I feel kind of rushed, and this is our time to slow down. Oh, when I maybe wiggle your body a little bit to just help you settle into this moment. So take a seat, whether it be on a block, a pillow, a rolled up blanket, or towel. And then engage the abdominals. Sit up nice and straight. Feel the tailbone pointing straight down, and then working your way up. Feel the spine elongating up. When you get to the shoulders, let's go ahead and loop those up towards the ears, down and back, and really open up through the chest, the shoulders, creating a lot of space between the ears and the shoulders, lengthening the neck. Check in with the head. If you have, a kiddo that you're keeping an eye on, I get it, but try to just use your eyeballs and not turn your head, at least just for a few breaths, to really sit up nice and tall. Feel things turning on that maybe you don't use regularly. It's very important as we age to strengthen this whole midsection, front and back, and obviously they work together so that as you get older, you're able to maintain your balance. It's just so important, and it's better if you can address it before it becomes an issue. So now that you're going through your checklist and working with your way up your spine, opening up through the chest, take a few deep breaths. You could go in through the mouth and out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, or just nose, depending on the season and allergies. Now take a moment to put your hand on your belly and notice when you breathe in, do you feel your tummy expand? When you breathe out, do you feel it contract and push all of that air out? Move up to your ribs. Just kind of notice where you are. So many people, myself included, our breathing gets out of whack, and I mean, it sounds silly, it's just breathing, but when you're not focused or practice of expelling all of that air out, when you are aware of it, it does some good things. Okay, so now just take a few minutes. What do you need today? Do you need to roll the shoulders? You can do the chicken arms. You can roll your head. I'm going on fast forward here as I'm going to tell you, slow down, sync it up with your breath. So it's like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time, right? Like whichever way your movement is going, like when the arms go up or the shoulders go up, breathe in. When the shoulders go down, breathe out, because then the breathing out helps you settle. If you're doing the head, as your nose goes up, you can breathe in and out as you go down. Just slow it down for a beat. I love that as I'm doing it, a lot of times I realize like, easier said than done, because you're not doing it yourself. Switch the neck rolls if that's what you're doing that sounded wrong. And I brought my notes today that just are not sticking in my head, so excuse me as I keep looking. So let's go ahead and remove whatever you're sitting on, if you're sitting on something. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together out in front. Got a little butterfly on here. Breathing deep, rocking back and forth a little bit to settle. Check in with the spine again, the shoulders. Inhale in to lengthen up. Exhale, if you dare. Let me scoot up a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Can I lower yourself all the way down? Oh man, I did it without using your hands. And come into a reclined bound angle, I believe it's called. Woo! See what's happening in your hips today. I'm feeling something that I don't normally feel. Oh, palms can be on the ground. They can be on your belly so you can continue to focus on the breathing. If you need to take your blocks here, and so it does help if you have more than one book or whatever, and prop it up just a little bit, that's an option. If this is too much, you could try maybe scooting the feet out a little bit further from you your goal is just to relax and let gravity stretch these hip flexors here. By no means are we trying. I can't even imagine if I could get my knees down to the ground. That's not what we're doing. We're just opening up like we did through the chest in the groin area here, hip flexors. Couple more deep breaths. Do your best to not hold on and just let gravity do the work. Inhale in. Exhale, you can bring the hands to the outside of the thighs to help bring the knees up and together, and then to counterpose that, we will bring the knees together, bring the feet out wide, and take a few more deep breaths. Relaxing everything. The neck, the shoulders, even the eyebrows. Don't know about you, the jaw. You want to take this moment to give yourself a little jaw massage, or up onto the temples, or just your whole face, because, I don't know. It's probably just me that expresses all of their emotions on their face. Sigh and just be grateful for this moment, even if there's chaos in the background. Big inhale in. Exhale, engaging the core. We're going to come up onto our elbows, letting the knees open, coming back up into a seated position, and then we're going to continue to walk up into a squat. So you can widen the stance here, bringing the feet a little bit further out on the mat. The toes are going to be turned out a little bit. If you can't get down on your flat on your foot, that's cool. I personally find I'm into swaying today a lot. I don't know. A little bit of movement kind of helps, it's like a dog that turns the circles before they lay down. Kind of helps you get into it. And if this is good. If you want to continue, you can work to lengthen up through the spine using the elbows to push out on the knees a little bit to get a little bit more resistance there. Breathe in, breathe out, keep the shoulders down, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Inhale in. Exhale, let's bring the palms to the floor. Slowly walk the feet in to bring the ankles underneath of the knees, and we will meet in a forward fold. Take a moment to ground down through all four corners of the feet. There, I'm swaying again. I don't know what's happening today. And then relax the head, shake it loose a little bit, yes, a little bit no, and just let all of your troubles, your stress, your worries melt down off of your body. Give them to Jesus, because that's all we can do, guys. For real. Don't walk out in the knees. Be sure to keep a slight bend in the knees. Big inhale in, feel a slight rise in the body. Exhale, and even if it's just, imagining and the thought of reaching further, just a little bit more closer to your toes. Check in with the head. Is the neck still relaxed? Mine wasn't. One more big inhale in. Exhale, fold it forward. Want to bend the knees here, bringing the palms of the ground just for a beat, and then we will bend the knees even more. Starting to tuck the tailbone in and slowly rolling up, rising up, feeling the thighs turn on, and imagining your spine as a whip, and the head is the very last thing to come up. As you get to the shoulders, you'll roll those back again and down. And then if you've been with me before, I like to talk about imagining there's a little bowl in your pelvis, and you don't want to spill don't want to spill the water out of it. So let's check in, ground down evenly through both feet, slight bend in the knees, making sure the tailbone is tucked, which then helps engage those lower abdominals, hugging in the low ribs, following the spine up, bringing the shoulders back and down, lengthening up through the neck, gaze straight forward, and breathe a big inhale in. Exhale. Just settle. Engage this posture. Check in with this stance when you are doing the dishes, standing at the washing machine, folding the laundry, at the grocery store, waiting in line. So many of us, I'm saying so many of us, I'm talking about myself, have a habit of putting all of our weight on one side or the other, or just standing in a way that puts us out of alignment. And it just like, one, when you're standing up tall, it really does something for your, I want to say nervous system, but I don't think that's what I mean to say. It makes you feel more confident versus just being slouched. And then when you project confidence in a positive way, it radiates to other people, because, you know, misery loves company, but so does happiness, so does joy. Sorry, I had to keep looking up again. Okay, big inhale in, brings the hands up towards the sky. And when you get there, just do a quick check-in again. Did you turn it into a back bend? Because that's not what we're doing right now. Check in with that pelvis bowl. See if you can open up a little bit more through the shoulders. I have a tendency to reach up and then my shoulders go up, so it's okay if you have a wider space between your hands. I'm sorry. So a big beach ball instead of a basketball. And bring the shoulders away from the ears, and then recheck in again, because then even when I do that, my spine wants to curve again. Yeah, take a deep breath in, and holding all of this, but not rigidly. Let's kind of reach up again. Exhale. Just acknowledge any muscles that are shaking, any thoughts that are coming up. We are strong and we can do this. Reach up, and then on the exhale, we're going to fold it forward again. Quick breath in here, feel the body rise. Exhale, bend it over, or if you are liking the stretch in the hamstring right now, you can go ahead and bend the knees and bring your hands all the way to the ground, unless you're one of those people that can just touch your toes and it's like, cool, I'm the yoga instructor, I can't touch my toes, it's fine. As I'm here, maybe take a moment to make sure that your knees are still directly over your ankles. Okay, Inhale in. Exhale, we're going to come into a flat back position, extending the head so that you're looking straight down on the ground, creating a straight line again from the tip of the tailbone to the top of the head, being sure to not lock out in the knees. Hands can come to the thighs, the waist. I prefer airplane arms because I keep a lot of tension in my shoulders, and anytime that I can open up through my chest, that's what I choose. Big inhale in. Exhale, bring the palms to the ground, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, just a couple breaths in plank, or if you need to do half plank and lower your knees to the ground, just make sure that you are still engaging the abdominals to hold everything up and lengthening the spine. So inhale in, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale with as much control as possible, lower slowly all the way to the ground, belly flops, 100% welcome. All right, grounding down through the top of the feet. Let's go ahead and brace the palms on the ground, but we're not muscling up. This is strengthening our lower back. So inhale in, and then on the exhale, lifting the forehead, the face, the shoulders, and a little bit of the chest off of the ground, and feel what is going on in the lower back. You might even release the hands for a minute to make sure that you're not just holding yourself up. Inhale in, exhale, release. No, never mind. Curl the toes under. Get ready to push up and back into a downward facing dog. So take a big inhale in. Exhale, lifting the chest and then the hips up and back into downward facing dog. I know if you do this with me regularly, you are probably tired of hearing it, but if you haven't tried it, I'm going to keep saying it. This is your time to feel this out. This pose is so open to interpretation. You can work to straighten the legs and bring the heels down towards the ground. You can bend the knees. You can walk the hands slightly off of the mat so that you can get more space, like I said, between the shoulders. But work to pull the shoulders back and away from the ears. Maybe try out a few situations here, options, and when you find something that feels good for you, let's take a few deep breaths there. Big inhale in, long exhale out. I'm sorry, I forget where we're going from here. Okay. Big inhale in. Exhale, let's slowly lower the knees to the ground. Bring the bum to sit on the heels, and then we're going to paint down the side of the mat and come into child's pose. And take a moment, I'm going to shut up, for you to take some deep breaths and just some gratitude toward yourself for taking this moment to bring yourself some peace. And if you would like to say a little prayer of gratitude in your head, it might be nice. Let's take one more deep breath together in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Hopefully you didn't just eat something oniony or garlicky in your little love cave. Let's stretch the hands back up towards the top of the mat. Just kind of embrace this for a minute. Feel it out. Like, does that feel good? And then we're going to meet in tabletop position. So we're going to have not the wrist under the ankles, that's not going to happen. We're going to have the wrist underneath of shoulders, grounding down through the fingertips and the fleshy part in between the index finger and the thumbs to help take pressure off of the wrists. I've been a hairdresser for over 15 years, and it is very important to me to maintain my wrist health and not get carpal tunnel. Check in, knees underneath of the hips, feet straight out, grounding down through the top of the feet. Take a minute and really just acknowledge that your feet are there to support you, because that also will help take some of the stress off of the knees. Also, hairdresser on my feet. Knees are important too. I mean, all of these things are important to all of us, especially, again, as moms. We need our joints. We need our joint health. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now, again, engaging the low abdominals, hugging in the low ribs, creating length in the spine, making sure that there is space between the shoulders and the ears. Hang on, I think I might need to walk my hands back just a smidge. I do not go back and watch these videos, and I'm scared to even see what my posture actually looks like. Big inhale in, long exhale out. And then everybody's favorite, cat-cow. So on an inhale in, we're going to start to tilt the pelvis, bringing the tailbone up, which then in turn brings the belly down, and then kind of over-exaggerate of bringing the chest down, and then letting the head rise up. And then exhale, starting at the tailbone, tucking the tailbone, again, hugging in all that midsection, really arching, pushing up through the mat, and letting the head be the last thing that drops down. Let's do a couple more with your breath. And then back to tabletop, extending the neck out long. Let's bump the hips to the left and turn. No, bump the hips to the right and turn and look over your left shoulder. Really kind of pushing through that right arm, getting a big stretch in the side body, and then let's switch it to the other side. Maybe one more time. All right, let's curl the toes under. Lift the knees for just a second. Feel the abdominals engage, and then push back into downward facing dog for a breath. And then we are going to step our way to the top of the mat. I don't really like the crisscross thing, but I do it sometimes just to mix it up. However you get to another forward fold. Inhale in, feel the belly fill up with air. Exhale, let it go. Don't walk out in the knees. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders. Here's my burdens, Jesus. Please take them from me. This is getting really silly really fast. Alright, grounding down through the feet. Inhale in. Exhale, let's bend those knees, bringing the tailbone down, and then slowly rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders back and down, and then bringing the head up, and doing your check-in. From the soles of your feet to the top of your head. Big inhale in, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. And this is not going to be fancy. I'm just going to say, lower yourself down into a seat. Okay, this one, sorry. I can't ever decide. I have never been able to just like stretch my legs out straight like this without pain. Okay, so now I am saying that sitting up on a block makes that a lot better. Like, I don't know if you can see, like, it's nearly impossible for me to sit up straight when I'm sitting flat on the ground. So, just saying, modification and props aren't always bad. This still isn't easy for me, but it's more doable. You can still have a micro bend in the knees here, working to lengthen up through the spine, just like in all the seated position and the mountain pose, opening up through the chest, lengthening up through the spine, noticing what kind of muscles are activating here. I'm having some stuff going on in my hip flexors that is like not awesome, but it doesn't hurt. It's just, you know, I'm just feeling some muscle action. So once you are adjusted and sitting up, let's inhale to bring the arms up overhead, and then exhale, reaching toward the toes. Whether you be on your knees, your shins, your ankles, or again, if you're that person that's like, I'm more flexible than the yoga teacher, I'm happy for you. I really am. Sincerely. I think a lot of us are just built differently, and we don't take that into account when we're doing stretches. I know a lot of moms, I know a lot of poses that I've gotten into, and I'm like, it's because I have no chest. And so I can like twist my arms around like that because there's nothing, it's not like I have a pillow strapped to my chest. So I look more flexible in that way. Jeez. I hope someone is getting a laugh out of this. Alright, as you are in this, try to lengthen forward on your inhale, and then it's a seated forward fold. So just like when you're in the forward fold standing up, as you inhale, try to lengthen the spine, and then exhale, see if you can relax your head down just a little bit further. And even if it's just the thought of it, and it's not actually like moving, but you are relaxing and letting go and letting the tension go, that's what I'm hoping for. Big inhale in, exhale, inhale in, exhale, rolling up from the bottom of the spine. Again, bringing the shoulders back when you get there, and then slowly lifting the head, finding your gaze strides forward. Okay, I'm feeling like mixing it up a little bit from what I have on here. Let's go ahead and cross the legs again into easy seat, cross-legged, Indian style. That's probably not appropriate anymore. Lengthen up through the spine. We're gonna inhale in. Bring the arms up. Exhale, turning to bring the right hand to the left knee and bring the left hand down behind you. That was my shoulder popping. Here, inhale, we're lengthening up through the spine, keeping the spine nice and straight, keeping the openness through the shoulders, back and down. And then on an exhale, slowly twisting to the left. Again, this is not a thing that you need to like crank into. This isn't, you're not trying to do that like pop something. It is strengthening. So lifting up, and then even if it's just turning your head, or don't hurt your eyes, turning to look that way. It's the thought, because the more you do it, the further you're gonna go. So I don't want the first time for you to think that you need to be turned super to the side. You can have a slight turn. Okay, shut up and do it, not you. Big inhale in, lengthening up. Exhale, twisting. Gonna go to the other side, so we're gonna inhale from here, lift the arms up. Bringing the left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind you, and same thing, sitting up nice and tall. Engaging the abdominals to support you and hold you up. I just caught myself, don't pull this knee either. Legs are just chilling. They're just relaxing here. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, maybe twisting. And we're going to inhale in to bring the arms up. Come back to center. Oh, just take a minute to reach it forward. Flat back, curved back. Just let it go right here. Wiggle it out. Man, something else popped. Oh, we're almost out of time. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna skip that too. We're gonna come back to our bum, and then you can lay down, or if you're up for an extra challenge, because I did it once today and now I'm feeling cocky about it. You can bring your hands out, and it's like we're doing boat pose, but we're not gonna lift the legs. So we're just gonna work to engage the abdominals, really like hug them in. Man, I want to talk to. No, sorry. Muscle separation after you have a baby. I don't know if anybody else dealt with that, but that was wild. Lowering all the way down onto the back. Stretching the legs out and going, yay, I did it. I did my best. I showed up. And hopefully, you had a smile along the way and just feel a little bit like you're reset. So go ahead. Relax as much as you can. Like I said, if you're at home and there's like toddlers or babies or pets that might jump on you. Oh, I don't know what that's like. But I imagine, kidding, sucks. When you're like, oh. So if you need to leave your eyes open still, do your best to just relax your toes. Maybe roll the ankles, roll the feet a little bit here. If you're an ankle popper, relax the legs. Breathe deep. feel the earth underneath of you. And let it be a reminder of how Jesus is always there for you. He's got your back. And so as you lay here, getting ready to continue on with your day or get ready for bed or whatever it is you're doing, let this be, this support that you're feeling, let this be a reminder that you're not alone. And even when you can't see him, he's there. You just have to reach out and take the step. Relax the shoulders, the neck. If you are alone or if you don't have a fear of something coming and jumping on you, go ahead and close your eyes. Relax your face. I'm not kidding. I say it because one yoga teacher said it to me, and I was like, relax the eyebrows. Maybe open and shut the mouth to relax the jaw. All right, big inhale in, long exhale out. You want to come roll over onto your side. Bring your elbow underneath your head for just another breath. Whatever's coming next, you can do it. Big inhale in. Exhale to push yourself back up into a seat. One more chance to check in. I'm serious, girls, ladies, women, in the grocery store, in any store with your when your cart, when you're standing in line, I want you to remember me. Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for technology. As much as I hate it sometimes and as bad as it can be, thank you for the positive that we can do with it. And I just ask that, man, I don't know what's happening. I just ask that this time be an encouragement for many people, or just one person out there, that this time is an encouragement for them to know that they're not alone, that they are loved by you, that they are loved by me and the rest of the family. I hope that this brings peace and calmness in a world of hectic, busy schedules. I ask that you be with us, especially us moms, to remind us that not everything is going to be done in a day, and that's okay. And that you and our families come first, and to never forget that. And to remind us that it's okay to reach out, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. And it's okay to say no if you don't have the time, the space, the energy to give. You, me, us. He always has the time. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, ladies. Amen. Did not see that coming. I was so jokey and now I'm crying. So sincerely, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this time. The more of us that can take a moment to reset and go out and be calm and be a light, the better place the world is going to be. So until next time.